We're in Karnak Temple. It's about 7:30 in the morning. There is no one here. It's really quiet. We have our tour guide with us, Mohammed. He's our tour guide for the day. So we'll be going to various places, the Valley of the Kings, Valley of the Queens, taking us for lunch, hopefully, and some other temples. Mohammed was just saying that during peak season, Christmas, January, around that time, in here there might be 6,000 or 7,000 people walking around. Doing a bit of restoration work here. They tend to do this in low season, because in high season, you know, around December, January, they got no chance of moving everyone to do the work.
So these are the lotus flower bud columns. You can see this is very much well preserved, actually. Our private tour guide below was funny, doing signs, you know, be quiet, and took us behind different things. And then we gave him a 20 and he put a sad face on, so we ended up giving him 50. Bloody suckers. By taking the 20 back, yeah.
The ancient Egyptian time, when they looked for the stuff, they looked for the material as well. Okay, at the time there weren't any historical value for the wooden stuff or for the rock stuff. That's why when they found the material, if the security catched them with the material, with the gold and silver, which they were stolen, okay, from the tombs or from the temples as well, they are going to arrest them and they are going to spend the rest of their life on the Egyptian beautiful gel. So that's why they did as possible as they can to remove the evidence. How to remove the evidence? They melt it down.
Yeah.
That's why the only panorama to give you an imagination how the ancient Egyptian, okay, stuff, the golden and the golden and the wooden, the silver stuff, they will look like only, okay, the tomb of the king Tutankhamun as well. The foundation of the tomb of King Tutankhamun was nothing, but after that, the Valley of the Kings became the most famous the most famous place all over the world, because this is the only one we found with all treasures inside it. How many pieces of gold? 5,000 pieces of gold. If you look at the brown one, it takes number 55. At the right side hand of the brown one, we are going to see the one which takes number 62. 62, this is the one which belongs to the King Tutankhamun. Now I'd like to show you the design of the tombs under the ground. These follow the sign from the god sent to them to choose this location to construct their own construction. I mean, this temple wasn't their own choice. This location wasn't their own choice. It was the very choice for them.
This is the Valley of the Kings on the west bank of Luxor. We're still with our guide, Mohammed, Mo. He's giving us a guide tour around. We bought extra tickets to go into Tutankhamun's tomb, so I'm looking forward to going down there.
Because even though it's only 10:30, it's boiling hot. So we're going into some of the tombs. Recommended 3, the Ramesses, I think.
319.
Ramesses I, Ramesses III, and Ramesses IX, and then we're going to King Tut. So, Ramesses III. Coming down. Trying to watch my feet at the same time. Oh my lord. You can see the detail and lots of colour still there. I'm not fluent in hieroglyphics yet. But it's quite an interesting thing. They're all just symbols. Like codes. Once you know them, you know them. Ceiling. I mean, amazing that some of these, the colours have all still lasted. Look at the detail on the ceiling, along the side. Amazing.
The colours. This is still authentic. It's ridiculous. How's it lasted so long?
It's so hot.
It's
Dripping.
It's like being in a sauna.
My pores have opened. Of Ramesses IX. So the first one was Ramesses I, now the Ramesses IX. Oh no, we did the third and now the ninth. Again, some fantastic coloration still here. It's ridiculous. This one is a slightly wider, less, yeah, obviously must be someone more important, Ramesses IX, because this tomb, or the entrance to this tomb was far better. Well, we can't go down any further. At last, we can see the Nile crocodile. I think this is probably the only one we will see. Crocodile. Crocodilius nilius.
This is actually the mummy of King Tutankhamun.
smaller one. Those are 3,500 years old. The Queen Hatshepsut, she brought from Somalia different types of trees, palm trees and incense trees. For the incense trees, to cut the leaves of the trees and to put it under the sun until it's become dry, and after that smash it and burn it for good smell during the rituals inside the temple during the ancient Egyptian time. Those are the only two surviving sphinxes as well.
Out of
The first floor not allowed to
out of
visit.
600.
6,000.
6,000.
3,000 each side. The first floor not allowed to visit. The second floor at the right side hand, the most colorful place. The left side hand, the business trip. The third floor we are going to see the pillars. In front of the pillars we are going to see the statues which belongs to the Queen Hatshepsut. And as I told you before, all her figures completely defaced as well. Okay?
By her nephew.
By her
nephew.
Nephew, yes.
Yeah.
Go ahead and enjoy your time. We'll be waiting for you over there.
Sunset shortly on the Nile. It's been a beautiful day, very hot. Today we visited Valley of the Kings. Imagine how hot it was there in the sandstone. So this is our room. That's over there drinking a glass of wine. This is Luxor, downtown. We're going to go to the other side here. This is Luxor Temple. We've also got Luxor Museum over behind it, and also there's a mummification museum we're going to pop into as well, just to see what that's like as well. Valley of the Kings, Valley of the Queens, Temple of Abu, Carter's house, Tutankhamun tomb, Karnak, been there. We're just about to go here to Sphinx's Abu and Luxor Temple, and we might visit Luxor Market later.
Right, we're now at Luxor Temple in Luxor. Today we are out without a tour guide, which is actually quite nice for a change. Even though our tour guides have been excellent, it's just quite nice to just linger around, not having a clue. This is self-explanatory really. It's Luxor Temple, and down there is the Valley of the Sphinx, which we will walk down. You can walk all the way from here to Karnak, which is about 3 kilometers, which I would do usually, but too hot. And we were there yesterday.
Believe in this is fire.
So part of the obelisks here, if you know the one in Paris, the gigantic obelisk in the Place de la Concorde is actually from here, which is Ramesses II great pylon entry to this complex. So the obelisk, I think that we probably saw on the way in, that was the first one, and the second one now is actually in Paris, amazingly. What are you doing, Nobber? You're getting lost, love. By the way, that's the obelisk I was talking about, the thing with the pointy top. There was 2 of those coming in, as I said.
Fire.
The other one is now in Place de la Concorde in Paris. This guy that Jim took a picture of is giving us a secret tour at the back of things. Look at him there.
20.
Yes. I don't know. No. Yeah, we're not supposed to come in here. We're not supposed to come here, but the guy has brought us up here. So we're at the back of where everyone else is. So obviously there's work going on here still, isn't there, Jim? That's what it is. Avenue of the Sphinx, which you're going to walk down in a minute. As I said, you can walk all the way down there to Karnak Temple, which CBA. So let's start here. Nektan Nebo, the first. These things, which many of you will know, are cartouches to describe the. This is the cartouche to describe the pharaoh. And these are the hieroglyphics, obviously the names of. He began to build the first pylon at Karnak. Then we have Pininjimi, 21st dynasty. Then we have Ramesses II, who a lot of you will be familiar with because there's a name that comes up. He ruled for 66 years. It's quite a long time. New Kingdom, 19th dynasty. As you can see, it's getting further back. Yes, further back. Then our friend Tutankhamun ruled for 9 years. Obviously, he was only a youngster. 18th dynasty. And actually, we know him the very best, but actually all these temples and all these monuments, during his reign, he built nothing. Because actually, he only ruled for 9 years. Then we have Amenhotep III, 38 years in the 18th dynasty. So he proceeded with the construction of the Avenue of Sphinx in front of Hatshepsut Temple at Karnak to determine the path of celebration. So he started at the other end at Karnak, and this is at the end of it. And there's Hatshepsut. Good view from here now, just sitting down. A nice cold bottle of water. Jim's taking photographs there. But there's the obelisk, as I said. The other one is in Paris. We're going to head off down the Avenue of the Sphinx in a minute. Just having a nice water break first.
So we're on our way to Luxor Museum.
What country?
England.
England, yeah.
Thank you.
Where do you live in England?
Cambridge. Are you from Luxor?
Yes.
Yeah. All your life?
I born in here.
Ah, good. Right, it's evening now. What time is it, chat?
It's 8:15.
8:45. We came here earlier. This is the Luxor Museum, by the way. River Nile. There's some nice sail ships here. We'll be going past. But anyway, we got here earlier and it actually shuts from 1 till 5, which we didn't realise. Like dopes that we are. So we thought we'd come back in the evening. It's a bit cooler. Not much, to be honest with you. These are the sort of tools you don't really want to think about. Removing the fragments of the brain from the skull cavity, cut incision on the left of the abdomen, punches and holding bones to bind it back together. A Nile crocodile, mummified.
وهي لو وقعت بص هتتفرتك.
Fast. Fresh falafel. Very nice. There's Jack's falafel wrap being made. Jack, come here. Yours is ready. Jack, yours is ready.
Yeah, thank you.
Every single thing is a corn on the cob. Nice. Right, Jack. This is Luxor Temple where we were this morning. Looks different at night, obviously. Jack's just about to go in here to get a dress. That's it, we're waiting for our falafel. We've ordered falafel. No, we haven't. So we're waiting for our kasari. We've ordered that. We're downtown Luxor. This is it. This is where we are. Jack, are you looking forward to your food?
I am.
Yeah, me too.
Our taxi guy recommended this one.
Ahmed.
We were going to go to a different one. He said, no, this one better.
He told us to come to this. Well, he brought us here. He had a word with the guys. Right, we've finished our kashari. Very nice. It was so hot. Well, if you use too much of the oil, oh my god, you'll burn the mouth off of you. But wow, what a dish. That cost us 155 Egyptian pounds. So, as I was saying, sorry, 2 kasharis, 2 Pepsis, 2 waters. It was 155 Egyptian pounds. Third day, we've been opening on a balloon ride from over there in the Valley of the Kings, but it's windy. We cannot feel a breath of wind where we are, but because the government deem it too dangerous to fly a hot air balloon, it's grounded, I'm afraid, but we won't make it today now. It's about 7 o'clock in the morning. We've been here, we were picked up at 5:30. So that's the end of our Luxor trip. Hope you enjoyed it. We are flying back to Cairo now. Unfortunately, we couldn't do the hot air balloon because of wind. And when we was in Sharm el Sheikh, we couldn't do the Mount Sinai overnight hiking trip. So what we've done, we've booked another trip in Cairo. So that should be interesting. So join us for our Cairo trip, which is coming up soon.